Natural knowledge. Team 7, who has no a PhD, calls striking professors and defeats them hands down.
Professors who are learned.
Hey. Have eaten, have a vlog.
He
has natural intelligence on addition to knowledge. To be knowledgeable, to be wise, knowledge is acquired.
Is acquired.
Provided you get it and they apply it properly.
How about wisdom?
Wisdom is natural. Kyovolaba nze Suleiman Katonda yamwacha amagezi. But when you compare Suleiman and Museveni mu Bible, singa Museveni yaliwo n'okwata ebintu bibiri. Tebamu besi yamuga nti bakuwadde obutwa. Ngani abakuwadde. Zizinga ne mukyala Njuba abakufumbira emmere nga mwambuluga. Amiba.
Kali mzee.
Namugamba. Museveni yabaga nti baba bampadde obutwa. Babere wano nfenga bandaba. But let us call another doctor. Is beyond Suleiman.
Okay.
Yes. And they contacted another doctor, Bata, who contracted the best years findings. Over the two best you Western, ne Bata, Western Naira. Museveni
yalikiriza byano.
So natural intellect. Kati zimba kubira buli lwebavaayo mbakubira ku natural intellect. Natural intellect.
Okay.
Kakata temeteri. You have two issues.
Yes.
The first issue is what?
Yeah.
If you are a journalist who sets the agenda.
Waliwo ensonga ezitambula ez'okuba nti waliwo abatabaze bafa babazula mu septic tank bakola biki mbalina tutumye
kakati kambabuulire this is stage managed.
Nze Tamale damu statement hiyo.
One, do we still in the time of when God used to talk to people directly? Is God still sending Jibril? Let the police tell us. How do they know? Those who cannot even trace the killers of their senior police officers, who tells them that dig here? There is a body in a septic tank. Because a body in a septic tank can only be found if those who participated
in the killing
give evidence. Like in this case. If you cannot kill yourself, you are exposed. You end up becoming a serial killer. It's a principle in psychology. Nti omuhikirwa watulu eyagala okutta gwe yatuma okutta kijjana. For his safety, nayogerani. Kawani in this case, there must be a person who leaks this information.
Agenda okwogera nti twateeka wali eri.
Twamuteeka omwo. Who is yani? Police answer. Two, that would mean a confession. A confession. Ngalokoka. Bane nattanga abantu bali omwo. Three, there must be an escapee who survived in hiding. Omusajja yayokya essomero ly'Ebuddo yakomawo. Yakomawo n'asa facing. And I alerted some security people. Karubuli tebamuta. Kwanza abange tebabookya. Naye recently, one of the people who burnt that primary school surfaced and faced the person who hired him. It was a landed deal. Kale Katonda byakola. Mutta abantu tebafa. Oli omuvuka yadduka n'agenda ewaabwe Kalungu. N'afuuka Zondo. N'efuula Zondo. Kakati kitaawe afa atunda ettaka ayagala kutunda ttaka. Bamubuulira leading land buyer in Kampala. Bamitinga ku Popopo. Nga ye yamulagira okutta.
Allah. Ne
bagasimbagana. Are you still alive? Nti yes. N'amugamba kati mbadde miliyoni 10 kangende mu banka processing payment. This boy came to me. I surrendered him to security, but I told him to disappear.
Okay.
Yes. The culprits are known. One day they'll be arrested. Kakati an escapee. An escapee. A Mulokole who is confessing, preparing himself to face God. Over the three factors, what has happened? Police investigations in Europe, they can investigate a case. Some cases are being reinvestigated using modern techniques.
Modern techniques, okay.
Twakujjako samples kati DNA eweri we can charge you again. Kakati njagala ombuulire zatandikira wa musajja oli
onebe
ne eryabuliza omusango ne bamutta mu intelligence tubuuza who benefits from this murder, who benefits from this, wetutandikira to zero kyobola mbakwata teri case woni gibali
case weri ola badaginonyerezako
and the police does not help. A man like Odwe, who represented a long time ago, comes up with his ignorant head and confused brain to blame the president for appointing a usual man to head side. Which if you cannot, they usually say, we shall leave no stone unturned. Your police officers have been killed and nobody has been brought to book. Kakati nkugamba tiekyo kamba buli amakulu agakirimu. The organic case, if he does not overthrow this government, Museveni will be like a man.
The organic case?
The organic case can be a turning point in our politics. It involves very rich fellows. The first person the United Nations informed was the president. But the case has dragged on for 8 years. It is now in its final stages. Once these people know, and they have used a lot of money, I pity them. I was watching them 2 days ago. I followed the case. You are powering money. Billions. The Bazungu are eating it. And they are going back on Thursday, on Zoom. They are testifying on Zoom. The team that went to Hague was detained there. Wawuya and Weyomba, prominent surgeons in Mulago.
Okay.
I watched a meeting where Wawuya and Weyomba were being recruited to kill people for organs at college in Makerere. The chairman told them, the man said he stammers. Waweru stammers. But I hear this man called Mirundi talking about this. Don't care. Mirundi will be silenced within a very short time. The chairman assured you, you can even inform reformers. What if I play those video clips? Chairman, there are people who have even raised issues. How did your wife die mysteriously? Tiabuka kumadala now. If it was organized. Kani mbagamba. Bano bali ba lawyers baba gamba. Initially, baba gamba don't allow activism in Uganda. But they made a mistake. They killed my daughter. But when I have 2 medical doctors, after surrendering the body, it was not COVID. The COVID no.
Okay.
One of my doctors observed a woman. The body had no organs. Sir Albert Cool, and I'm looking for the doctor. I will kill you with your children. I can use, if you fail, I will use the thunderbolt to find where you are.
Okay.
Kakati, aba media baji wa 10 billion.
Yes.
Na kano. Nekadamu nekabafera. Kagenda omani nekajayo sente. Nekagenda wo mu China nekajayo sente. Nekajayo kino bakwata $30 million. Kabafera ako nekaddu. Today nimbalimira because I have a course. Vuba was and once you use the toilet paper and you flash it, you can retrieve it. The technology is not there. You use me, you dump me, we fall apart.
Okay.
They told them there are 3 parts on my body which I respect the most. My head, the assault hit my brain, we fight until death. My anus, the moment you turn it into play another role, you are turning me into a woman. I kill you. My body, I don't play with those things.
Okay.
Because Tonjonga took bagana, and they are watching me. I'm seeing them on my phone. Kakati, bakugamba, let government recognize organizing and donations by law.
Kibere legal.
All of these cases, one of the people whose the bodies where they have been exhumed was killing his relatives and selling organs. These are close relatives. One of the people you see in the media, he was killing relatives from his wife's side. Kakati bali bagala okuzimba case nti the organs are needed, yes. Even in Europe, Margaret Thatcher donated her eyes. People donate. You don't need to kill me before. I helped a boy, a young man, from Chenjojo. And the mother of that young man became my mother. I visited her, but I will not mention her name for security reasons. Mwana we yali akola mu government ng'anoonya kidney. N'afuna munne egundi omulokole. They have a fellowship. Seno gye mugenda okusoma mu katabo kamu. How they misuse the word fellowship. Even balokole can charge them. Kakati yamujja mu Arua. Lango. They went to India. The woman, I don't think that the president still remember. Yamuwa sente omwana oyo.
President yawa omwana sente.
Wazaali miliyoni 6.
Okay.
N'agenda ne bamujjanjaba. Ono his return ne bamugoba ku mulimu n'oli ne bamugoba ku mulimu. I had to intervene for the boss to go back to work. Donation. This is donation, younger people. Donation. You donate. My kidney, I donate because there are 2. Yes. If a plane, if one of the engines develops problems, it means nti musobola okutuuka oba okuddayo ku base defense. Ne landing kubeera mujja kuleeta abagikanika. Kati if you have 2 kidneys,
you can donate one. No cigaza.
Donating is different from extracting. Illegal. You kill people. This is different. Why do I say that you kill people? These organs are extracted from you while you are still alive.
You're still alive.
What they do, they declare you clinically dead after some time. Yes, the trade is high. But Uganda is a center, unfortunately.
Why is the government quiet?
But refugees, why is it that the Chinese are here and they established a base, a separate cell?
Why is the government quiet on this issue?
And let me tell you, it involves very big people. 157. 63 of your surgeries are involved. Nabagamba nti the center was in Rugazi. Do you see now accidents mu bikajjo bya Meta? Has the road been widened?
No.
In Eastern, the problem in the Anglican Church is connected to organs. There is ono Bishop Erekiti tabirimu bamukuba. Have you forgotten that in the recent past, buses used to knock each other in Eastern Uganda? There was a cell there, led by a senior politician. Unu Masaka, Fika Salama, the doctor was in Kitovu. Masaka government hospital was denied ambulances. In the case of accidents, it was a Kitovu. That would tell, yes. And the Kitovu cell is still active. When the chairman traversed Uganda seeking contributions from medical doctors, I was watching him every visit he made. He met the doctor in Kitovu. He said, "Me, I'm still working. I'm not affected. In fact, I'm expecting money from Tanzania. Should I play the tape?" Kakati bino byonna bimulaba. They want to justify. There is a need for these kidneys. Agreed. There is a need for spare parts. But we cannot create a second market for human beings. This is where I go wrong, gentlemen. If I'm donating, you tell me.
I have to do it willingly.
Yes. But the doctor telling me, have you got, can I get you one? Dangerous. Yes. Me have told you my background, my involvement in this traditional religion. Somebody umusawa kugamba genda oleete endeku eyakula ku kiryo yokka. How do you observe it? Goba tegina nze gireeti. Genda oleete endiga nga yandali yamagulu 3 nga malema. Impossibility. You give me a witch doctor, a shrewd one, who is not part of our ethics. That's why people end up killing their children. Kakati, are we going to go to the situation where a medical doctor tells you your kidney is diseased? Ndwadde. If you can get a donor, and it's not easy to get people who match, God is very unique. Kakati yaja kuwa nze njirina ng'agijeewa. Nedda mukazi gwa change. You bring this bill, which I incite the population against you. Let the end of this bout up MPs stand up, which I incite, which I create a contradiction. You will be declared the personal non-gratas in your constituencies.
Believe them parliament.
Nobody is saying that there is no, even in Europe.
The need is there.
Why is it that this organic trade is concentrated in Arab countries? The Bazungu cannot do it. A Muzungu cannot accept a spare parts from people. Even cloning, they rejected it.
But it's Mubuarabwao,
Kakati on Amongi, it stresses the purpose of Amongi's visit is to say people are killed abroad. When we hand over these people, we don't take a responsibility. How?
Contract.
How? Nakali mulimu gwe gubadde to ensure the company that is it wala. I gave you a story of a young man who went to Turkey, paid money to a man who is still in operation. As he was going, as these people are going, a group of 500 people, they started asking them, who are their parents? This man, young man, is the son of a general, a serving general in the army. But because they know I support UPDF, I'm the strongest defender of UPDF. So this boy came. We became friends. There were so many people, younger people who come. There is one I treat like my biological son. He recently married in Chiruhura. I refused to go. Said I will undermine the future of this young man. Nini wafe bamumanyi nejaja wa mumanyi nani abisinga ne wafe. Because for me I irukufa. I did not attend the wedding. But I have so many of that children. So this man said my biological father is Tamale Mirundi. This tough man, yes. You know what they did?
No.
They said for you, you are going to return to Uganda. They gave him a return ticket and they told him to hide his passport. Immediately they arrived there, I will explain one day what happened. The 500, the 399 people, boys have never been heard of. But this man, because they thought it was my son, he came back. I don't know how God told him. They said, but you were Mukonjo. Yes. Mirundi got me from Mukonjo woman. But you were Muslim. Hey, haven't you heard Mirundi talking about his
relatives being Muslims?
Muslims. This is what saved the man. Another one took 500 people. Immediately came back, closed the company. And has put up sold buildings in the company. So this is a serious matter. Which was, if we made a mistake, you made a mistake. But will you face the challenges? The more the dividends, the risk in the business. Do you see monitor? Do you see monitor? Monitor, I know Makalo. I know this man. He was a very close friend of the president. At one time, I was accused of inciting Muslims against people against Muslims in 1979. The man was proved innocent. Makalu was also was accused of lacking academic papers to qualify as chairman because of there was a Makalu, there was another man. The other man was called who? He was also contesting. And they wanted to defeat him to embarrass Muse Kalazwalo.
Okay.
Kalazalo. Mwenye do you know nti nzamwera kema? Waliwo gundi. An old man Kazola. Kazola found me in the Muno newspaper when he came. Kazola liked the Muno newspaper, but I don't know whether he was a Catholic. These are people who had grown up with the Europeans. So Kazola was a regular visitor to Muno newspaper. Found me and said, when I was young, said, younger man, you are intelligent. He listened to my argument. He was not staying in his house. He was staying in Serena, near the hotel. He called me one day. I was speaking in a very soft voice. Said, if you want money, come here regularly. But me, I'm scared about money. But one time when I was going to Germany for training, I went to Kazola's place, suit. You are going to Germany for training? Good news. Yaje engattozi. Engatto. Nga zirimu munda. Wool. Me at that time I didn't know. Oba winter obachi. I would have died in Europe. Nampane gundi. Kazola no de muzei Kazola. Nyamwera ke man. Very lucky. Anti biri ebintu byange. Bibigenda binondoola buli wamu.
Kusalawo kwa Mungu.
Bantu ali wabaziriyo nga nkoze strike. Basta omukazi mu Kampala. The soldiers at a road block. Street, a woman is buried. But determining a shooters. They put up a censoring committee. I said no. Young as I was, they took me to Basilio. He said, your soldiers killed a woman. Basilio listened. Bamuchusiza mululu. Nanga, can you take me there? Ntie, where? Basilio ended up giving me $50,000. Iyo mutoto wa gazeti ya Chikatuliki, he says the truth. Komite saji kuba nenjijawo. Komite ya censorship nga minister agitaddewo Dr. Joko Mulozo wa DP. Nekikuba mu 85. Nekikuba nenjijawo.
Kuva dda oli musajja.
Nze once I faced the challenges sikyuka kuba nti bano nababala. In 80 years kambalemereko will be exposed. The lifespan of a president is how many years? Museveni has been abnormal. Nti afuzimba president bameka.
Bana.
That's why in Ghana, rolling is new. Nti if I hand over to a wholesale group, nzisa abantu, nzisa former leaders, myaka echi. Yakola constitution ya myaka echi. No president of Ghana shall rule Ghana beyond 2 terms or 4 years. 4 years. No lakuna. Kufu never attempted to change the Ghanaian constitution. Anti yamanya nti if my people don't kubanga yawamba government emirundi ebiri. Yasoka nagiwamba ne batekawo okulonda. Ne batekawo Dr. Limani nga tamwagala. Nagikomawo nagijjawo. Nolunaku n'abagabo mulirikwatanga balujjako ne bokyana ennyumba ye. Rolling is survived in Ghana because he is married kumumbeja we Kumasi. Kakati abaana ne bategeera. Kakati ono Makalu bamuleeta kati nti he died. You will get a number of cases printed in the media articles. Even this former governor, immediate governor, Bank of Uganda, bagenda muleeta. Yafudde kidney, there was no donor. Don't waste your time. I will oversmart you. You face the challenges ahead. Change. Let us see what cabinet has decided. Cabinet is both. Let any person who brings a bill, let us wait. Let this case end so that we'll talk about bills. But if you say, let me tell you, when you read my new book, I tell you the story of Walaji. That after realizing that Walaji was a hazard to human lives, The then governor went to Mengo Lukiiko, told them, help me to defeat Walaji. A member of the Lukiiko asked him, what are the heritage hazards of Walaji? The man said, it affects your river. Oh, the river. Good, bad. But you tell us. Emuganda who dies with a good river? What financial benefits does he get? The governor said no. Get out of the Lukiiko. Yes. The Bazungu had to leave persuasive methods to Lwakonian. The colonial government enacted the Enguli Act 1923. Engulika. Something that changes your brain within a short time. Kubana bagan to Walaji is corrupted from a gene. It was started by Nubian soldiers.
Okay.
That's why it became a war gene.
A war gene.
Kakati, even if they enacted the law, it failed. The Bazungu went ahead and created the Uganda Walaji, purified the Walaji. The ordinary drinkers said no. Bino biswazi. Twagala mandule. They don't buy. A Walaji drinker cannot buy. In fact, Uganda Walaji would be for export. Uganda Walaji is needed everywhere. But these people want kasese. They don't want diluted. Why? They don't drink to talk. They drink to forget their problems. Hey. Yes, at least you have kutulo. Ogenda mugundi. Bino. Do you know when somebody comes to my home, an arrogant man like me, no ngamanti gwe oliani banabe konga. Banabazanya gondi ebyo. Be comedy. Comedian. Can a comedian marry in my family? A comedian. However he is. Anti for bagan to ita kwekonga. Nti balakola mulimu nti mwekonzi. Ewange sibakuba nekidani. Neshenga kulesene muko.
Kana nomwana eta Tamale
yumbwa.
Najja nakatayala moto mbwa.
Natisika kuba natisika naba ngakatuzanyira mukazanyira mu family yafu. Akujina wako yakazala ku nkobe. I have handsome younger for us our families, very handsome younger people ngakatwerimbisemu bakakozesa nembabazi yakawa kusent nakaguli emotoka nalweyiso mukangege nebakawa gondi ku CBS na yitali nemba gamba abantu bange ye mutabani wange one of the lawyers is a gentleman because he grew up in good schools miamu iliyo juwakali nemugamba kakube naga no let us go to court tandiko kwata ebintu byako bibalanga negundi tuziwabire kuzisoma my supporters no kisoka ankubulira to the perception failed because the Walaji drinkers could not abandon Walaji. The Wazungu decided to use the military, the police. Military was reserved mwine bombo ngati bajja tebalabikako police beyagendanga okwate egundi okwata Walaji nga yemunywa nga batwala empute je gundi babitanga kalibia containers byali bijirasi binene bwe biti bichupa nga balo abantu batandika okudda mu thick forest until today.
Walaji wali.
Yes, Kamwenge was recently known. Railway train yagana ngokugende walala negende Kasese to bring what Kasese. So when even those who keep animals, the moment the gund a lion tests a human being, Bajita kakati le kagamba nti we shall solve the organic case by law. By law? No, is clear. Emirambo gyonna tugikebere. Kubanga bafa a painful death. They die a painful death. If these people, if these organs, they have a word now, harvesting organs. Harvesting, is it a garden? Harvesting organs. If they are harvested from dead people, the man who is creating trouble for Tumweba's flank is Amulan. Amulan, I chased him here, he recorded him, I can even play his videotapes. Amulan targeted my wife.
Okay.
Nimba what? That was their mistake. Nabatanga because targeted my family. you target my children, my relatives under me, even my vehicle, the vehicles are monitored by satellite. I'm an international asset. My vehicles are monitored by, you kill him, but Bamuyina is monitored. When you say, wound, get decision. Nakubida Katambi, Ngoliabaga and Museveni years running, inside the palace. We looked for this man, Vajanigam. I always say, I have a residence in Gava.
Yes.
He covered a garden Naya Makanomukas. He changed Naya Makanomukas. He wasn't a Naya Makanomukas. These are characteristics of a rich Muganda man. Aban and Kaga Naribajo.
It's tough.
From one woman.
It's so.
If I'm richer than my father and we meet in heaven, Ngamboza and Buina Banavameka, Zenakusinga, Likodian, you know, Gio. Sita Kukiza, Bereti and Yakuvuma, when a man as a git one. Fetu followed Fetu in a Bereti, Yokuvuma, Uganda. Champion. Bumuma Piratella. We are going to a Bereti young. Ayataka kati mbagamba nti if they harvested from dead people, the people were charged with our Ugandan people. 2 Chinese, those have fled the country and abandoned their business. I'm going to grab it.
Okay. Because
a man with his rulers, after contributing a lot of money, I have a recording of Mwenda quarreling with the chairman about how they shared the money without informing the other group. Mwenda went to Oman. I also have a video on this. There is a Kenyan, a Rwandese, and 2 Chinese. What's the role of Kenyans? The Kenyan was the one receiving Kenyan refugees in camps. The Rwandese, do you want to relocate to Canada? They ended up where? According to reports, one of the reasons why they fought Okadaga, because if you want to know, very interesting meeting.
Okay.
Kadaga was given a document by the ICC, but I think she feared for her life and sat on it. But the initial had it. The Ministry of Justice got a copy, was removed, Otafiri. The other UPC man was also defeated in an election. Tumweba they ended up in the gender ministry, and Mukwaya was kicked out, and Bigirimana was transferred. This man believed, but the Banyankule have a proverb. Bogenda okulimba amazima ogasangayo. Tumweba they found the truth in the gender. Sitting there in the gender office did not help with the case. Trying to kill me did not help. In fact, I hardened. If what you want to kill me, but I will never help you. Kadikikutegeza. If you bring a law, I change. What are the adverse impact? If I'm not a mature man, by now, people would be abandoning hospitals.
Okay.
Yes. People would be abandoning hospitals. If we are going to bring a law, it must come after the verdict of this case. But they are sure. They have given them a lot of money. They have taken the heresy stand. They have given the people, strong people, lobbyists money. You give people $30 million, you dangle $3 million to me. What is it talk good? No Cuban and pass over. You use Museveni's money to humiliate me again. So yeah, you will pay. The only thing I share with a human being is eating and going to the toilet. Otherwise, I'm not another human being. Professor, we are not dealing with an ordinary human being. True, Professor, I clap for you. These people will suffer. You suffocate me for 8 years, telling businessmen and everybody that don't give him money, he must kneel before me. Are you a king? You will compensate all my money. This has become Omutego. Omutego is a battle, hatred that has gone on for a long time. I don't touch your money. I don't greet you. We cannot share the same room. You always throw money In the past, they used to throw that money in Masanganzira. Today, you throw it. They told me to open a bank account.
Hey.
Nibagaka tugule emmotoka libagigula. Drone. Tuteekemu billioni 10 tuzimutwale. Mwenda n'atuula ne munne. I was watching them to Uncle Sam. We are nearing because meeting endala. Yategese bazikime ekiroba nziti. Mumpita wakuzanya nakyo sibamanyiiko. Olaba abasajja abo kambabuulire. I said, Miamu risk take. If the president thinks that these are jokers, they will eliminate his son. Nina gwenda wadde akatambi oba akamutwalira muhoozi muganda nga akamutwalira kubanze muhoozi simumanyi. Reviewing why muhoozi went to Rwanda. Why did he go alone? What they discussed with the president and whether the president was on Zoom. You see, what about what happened in the Chad? Equatorial Guinea. Even was can be tempted to overthrow his father. What about you, who don't share blood relationship with him? Do you and you are going to make one mistake. You will kill one person in desperation. And when I predict 10 things, I see 8.
Tugoberera ngena kubaza omukulu Mike Mutiaba waliwo Sabagabo Makinde Sabagaba onkwebaza kulaba nti kole tugoberera wamu n'omukulu wali kojja wange kwa Rua Park owa Amo Instant Porridge gwe nayagala okuba nti ofuna kukuja kukaweta ka Amo aka instant osobola okuba nti omukonako namuntu bange binabe mutungo Luzira Bugolobi Mbuya Nakawa mwenabena mbebazanye era nga mbaganya nange okuba nti nomungoberera nagala okuba nti nofuna akanyiriro nga bakusoba kaviri kanyirire oberenga oterera bulungi Makindi awo satu njobe jakube kolako nayagala okuba nti onyirira ka baby face oberenga okafuna Brenda's Beauty World yakube kuteza nenge nakuba nyongera okubanga nkwanjulira mzee Tamale atutedako okunywa kano ke bayita Jane Habo tea drink ngenda kubanga kwanjulira ogobere sobola kuba nti wakozesa kale kansonyirira abantu ojja kuba kakozesa ojja kusobola kuba nti wakozesa kanusu 10 lokka osobola kuba nti okefunira amaduka gonna agenja supermarket si maduka agenjawulo osobola kuba nti okefunira naye nga si ekintu kyakunywa tekirimu tekitamiiza asobola okuba nti akifuna kyaffe kya bannansi kivudde emiti egyawana egyaffe n'amajaani nusu 10 lokka osobola okuba nga okefunira kakumalako obukoowu simanyazi hangover kazaamu ku maanyi muganda wange Doni gwe yagala okuba nti nno enambolo olwawo wekwata okunywa kaneeno osobola okuba nga okafuna abakakola ngenda kuba nkuwa ennamba yaabwe essimu osobola okuba nga obakubirako eri 0761 38 20 46 0761 38 20 46 oba 0705 20 81 48 0705 20 81 48 nga yofuna kajjane haboti drink osobola kubanga okefunira okay katumali mangu producer njata take a story ya fair yana kubijja kamuzee kamaze kano obengo twa story
I told you the if offend was puts up an office in Kampala there would not be need of financing issue.
Singa take office one mu kibuga Kampala.
Yes. With the people who can evaluate information.
Okay.
A judge for Nabwerere. A young man came from me.
Yazejoli.
Yes. Is northern Uganda. Langoli. Has a Raji take on plantation there. Employing so many people. But he has written, if it gives you the number of letters, has written to the president. And whenever the president visits those areas, they make sure that he does not access him.
Bamukweka.
He explained, I asked him, what's the use of tea? Apart from, he enumerated a number of products that come from tea. This is tea.
Yes.
Mixed with our herbs.
Our herb, okay.
Naye buyenaba mulango nacho liba mumanyi and he's a westerner. He has been accepted there. Unlike the Amuru sugar factory that they are fighting because of his approach. nti ye abantu bali bamumanyi
yajja
teyajja na gavumenti yajja talina byeyeetisse nga
nakumayajjayo ng'omuntu
but even the president has never visited that area because abamupulaningira balina gye bamutwala nabagamba ne example in West Nile president yagenda ne bamugamba nti ente zewatuwa zonna tuzikuŋŋanyiza omulundi n'abaga nti omulaala aziyite muzaatwala omulaala emisinde nga tezimumanyi abasajja ne babagamba president nadonatinga tractors to people from West Nile bajja ekiro bazitwale ne babagamba nti you cannot drive a tractor tukyaziwa enamba tukyaziteeka ku loole tuzibatuusizewamu the next day monitor published a story as the state house officials had stolen money where the tractors Museveni gave you they were being waited by buyers in Kampala
nga balina okuziba nti zigenda katale
yes kakati bokedde nedda tuyinza obutakola newspaper review kuba byonna mbimazeeyo you see the picture of this man
ebizuuse ku mugagga
you see the house if you must be mindful this man must have security now because if people here I normally ask you that how do you discover the body omulambo teguyinza kuyingira mu kyuma kijja mu kazambi
tekusobola
and in fact when the police is coming in to change bimotoka ki ebiriwo bano bali mu mboozi yaabwe bimotoka ki ebiriwo do you say crowd a large crowd which area is this that cannot put that such an incident cannot pull a large crowd this man his case is going to be handled expeditiously
why
to prove in court that he was looking for organs for his relatives because it follows into the instructions by their lawyers. But let me ask, the national boy who was luring girls n'abatta n'abookya, how has the case progressed? What about this boy who was beheaded? Omutwe gwe ne bagutwala bagutonere Kadaga ng'ekirabo
ku parliament wa
Kadaga's vehicles would have been stopped, pounded on the way, bamusearching, would be in prison. Bali bamaze omukubako nti akwiriza mu witchcraft.
Yes.
The camera at the parliament was tampered with, but Miso sees I saw this young man being dropped by vehicle near the prisoners' headquarters, crossing. And what saved Kadaga was simple. The contact of this young boy was not around.
Okay.
And Miso can easily state where he was. Uyu mwana. Niyoba a case involving a kid, a beheaded kid, and it was alleged that he was an orphan, brought up by a pastor. The boy was brought from Chikajo.
Chikajo wano waffe.
Yes. Obanga n'ogwo oguyinvolve akulo talina budde bwagwo.
Akulo yagenze.
N'omwana ono w'ennansana. He got even the audacity of going to the mother of the dead gundi mumuwulirako. The case is dead. A death may become a melody, but it never decays. These cases will be handled by other governments. And I want to tell you younger people, that once democracy grows, it becomes a katemba. We reach a level of a cooperative state, we reach a level of political hygiene. Today, if a new president comes and says, a candidate, I will introduce Barnabas Some. Do you make a headline?
No.
Museveni has done it.
It's already there.
If you say, I'm going to make everybody to go to school, no headline.
Yes.
If you say, I'm going to put a hospital in every district, no. They are there, they're dilapidated because if you want to defeat a revolutionary, you force him to undo his earlier achievements. If you say today that I pump money in the population to fight poverty, Museveni has done it.
Yes.
Kakati, what is remaining? Those who abatapa pakufa, they receive flyovers. Yes. Kati njagala kubuuza, the future candidate, what will he use? He will solve the Maguru issue.
Okay.
Ajja kubuyola n'entwe zaabwo. Ate mu community is an international job. You will be hunted down the Nazis. Bajja banoonyanga bannazi. This government is treating you because they know. It cannot embarrass itself. Naye mulinde bajja bakwata.
Okay.
Gundi ekyennyanja bakirinda kuva mu nnyanja ne baga nti empoota etomera amaato g'abavubi ne bagwa mu nnyanja ne bafa naye ne yeerabira nti amaato geetomedde ge gafuuka embawo ge bagitemera ge gatuuka enku. This will come.
Okay.
When I predict things, I see it. Kati njagala okubuulirayo element endala ti all of these things are solvable by logic.
Not by law.
You look at their trend. Bajja bampa ba intelligence mbasomese.
Okay.
Muzee jampe contract. Ngende ekyankwanze muli kulutinga abaana batobe mutwala mu intelligence mbasomese. We study the character of your enemy. This is why the Bazungu will tell you after a bomb explosion the French experts seal off ribbon off the area. Ba Mirundi baya bali ku headquarters abalina obunga abaye emmere abasasula obulungi abatali boodwe atasobola na kusasula. In fact, the president should do help the police.
Okay.
The police should get an expert on learning circles from the military gundi kubanga Museveni abaserikale bamukyawala sente zaabwe. One of the reasons why policemen hate Museveni is their money. Bo babaga nti Museveni yazitwala. Two, nti tosobola kulaba Barracks nga yansambya eyadde n'ensi ekiro. Omutali
amazi bali kuyaka
rationing. Is rationing hours connected with their duty? Ne baddayo nga bakazi babalina kukozesa maanda. Where is solar? We have excessive gun. What is it? Tokkirizanga omusambi atayagala kusamba omupiira ne mumusambiza. Ochola had resigned long time ago and akayigula. Ne bamulemezawo because his name catches votes. The man is no longer interested. Never force a player. And this man, Ochola, when you study his days at Makerere University, a strong UPC, that man is intelligent. Ochola is an intelligent man. Nabaga know you are intelligent. The master of lies. Enanga. Namugambe enanga. Ayina title ye kitabu mugagga nnyo. The inside my real mind. He will make a money to defend his stupidity efficiently. He must be a very intelligent man. Enanga is an intelligent man.
Okay.
Kagani mbagamba. That's an expert. When I watch these people, Bwanika started it. Nti to the government. A person from the government side believes that Bwanika is helping them. How can you? If I develop those who do it, you develop a conflict with your wife. The wife goes to a singer. How can a singer come to you to reconcile with you, your wife with you, if she doesn't know where your wife is? By Bwanika saying, I want to negotiate with the government. He must know the number of those he's representing and where they are. Yes. That is Bwanika.
Okay.
Two, Bwanika is, don't we have other alternatives? Nankabira ina masters mu conflict resolution. Have you seen her in Southern Sudan? No. Have you seen her in Congo? Have you seen her in Uganda? Kakati nkugamba. Bwanika must know where they are. Therefore, is representing people who know. That's one.
Okay.
Two. The second point.
The second point, yeah.
Don't we have other alternatives?
Like?
Are we dealing with rebels and the terrorists for the first time? The first group of terrorists, they killed the policemen at Kampala Mukad. How did we deal with them? All of them, the 400, we are released.
We are released.
But the police, I don't know whether in the police records or Dwayne knows where the orphans are. Two, the Baseruka people who started the ADF in Kasese. At one time, they captured in Pondwe. Were expecting arms from Sudan, they wanted to capture the airport. How did we deal with them? How did the government deal with them? An amnesty commission, which is a function. The other day I saw a man going to parliament alleging. We have contacts because after getting Museveni's statement that some people, that you surrender, fire is coming. Ekisuma nikikwata entwe yakyo, ekisuma nolye ekisuma, iwe cheese nolye ekisuma. Nekiva mu commission, nekigenda mu parliament, nekisangayo basuma banne waakyo. Nekigamba babongere sente. Ne bibabawa bitono nnyo. Kyova olaba badde ekisuma, nolye ekisuma, kisiiza nolye ekisuma, nolye ekisuma, nolye ekisuma munonga. If we have that commission,
yes.
Do we need one kazi?
No.
Environment?
No.
If we want the legal, do you negotiate crime?
No.
When have you ever negotiated the crime? Lukwago defeated you, why? Bamugemire carried out a probe in the Kampala State Council and found out in her report that some of Lukwago had committed crimes. Failure to charge Lukwago made the problem. Do you negotiate with the crime? How did the Lukwago, who had committed the crimes, bounce back?
Okay.
Yabukuba. Kubanga ebintu byabwe tebamala. Bakozesa short term to solve a certain problem. Kakati eyo n'omutunuulira oyo omwana. Two, look at these people. Why did the people know that they are criticized? Bwanika set out, stage a walkout in the parliament because of the same problem. How did they change? The storming out, storming out, n'okulaga omwana ono gwe baakubye avunze byajjidde mu wiiki ya law where Museveni was going to provide with the judges. Do you have the credibility to celebrate?
Nga bino bigenda mu maaso.
Yes. Two, unlike this man, Zaki, who was thrown to the hospital, I told you, if a brutal mother wants to kill her daughter, but if you see a woman throwing her baby on the veranda of sending baby's home, like see the baby, nebwemba mulamuzi mbeera lenient kuba era baba watchinga abaana be basuula ku gate, they watch them. Bwe bakula bakomawo ne baba kireiminga poverty oba kibye babigeze. Zake, did Zake tell you where he was? Lwaki bamusula ku hospital? To save him. Ne Zake n'akola agreement teyayogera gye yali. Kakati ono omwana gwe baakubye ne bamukola bwe bati, at times me am a brave man, but I don't want such a, but I imagine singa abadde mwana wange naali basi. Kakati omwana oyo ayogera abanupu bamukutte yali luddawa. That's why I tell you there are times tuyina mu political science tuyina ebintu ebyo. Swanzu yakugamba there is a period when a leader must borrow the heads of his friends. Sanzu akugamba nti yali njala. Geno Sanzu yawandika katabo The Art of War. It was translated into English in 1977.
Okay.
But after reading it, the American military said, we wish we had read it, we wouldn't have been defeated in Vietnam. Ne Sanzu agamba nti enjala yali eruma abaserikale be nga tebasuubira supplies. naye nga afunye information nti bagenda Balumba n'agamba twayisiiwe ti prepare those soldiers to go to war they're going to be attacked nabaga ti abo abatalidde tukole ki twayisi tudduke namubuuza abatalidde abatasobola kulwana badduka lend me your head twayisirire nno Swanzu n'asalako omutwe twayisiiwe n'aguteekamu ekitala n'aguteeka mu barakisi mu compound tewali ataakuba muntu baagamba nti olaba asala twayisiiwe and they won the war. There is a time when the president must borrow the heads of his friends.
For the good of time,
real politic. This is when you surrender everybody for survival. Nti abo abayokeza ono omwana bamukoze bwe bati ne bamuexposing what's their objective? These are not friends of the government. These are elements
of the government.
Where was he? Mubayole mubakube mukomera. Even if you directed them to squeeze evidence from him, they went beyond. Bwe munaaba mmwe mbadde mbaleetedde akatabo kano nakawandiika dda how Muwanga destroyed the Obote's government. Yes. Abantu mmwe temuyinza kugamba because Museveni can only choose a successor if he has popularity.
Okay.
Nti mu Brazil nze gundi Salava constitution tenzikiriza mbaleetedde omukazi vice wange. Yes, that's what we do. Ti Uhuru, let this man complete my wound. You must have credibility.
Okay.
Moi failed because they did not want an extension of Moi's regime. Bali bamaze okuloka techa chambers. Kakati people rush. Continuation ya Museveni bino. They are fighting both Museveni and his successor.
Okay.
Toyinza kuleka bintu ebyo. Noleeta omuntu n'omulaga mu bantu. Yavuddewa. Nabaga nti Katumba Wamala baali bamukuba. Nti abamonita bakuba ne bagamba nti a woman soldiers saving a woman in Gulu barracks not in northern Uganda nga bamutadeka gumu ebyo ebifaananyi nali nabifunye dda nga bivudde Chad baali Bachadian soldiers nga bivudde Congo but in Gulu barracks because Kazini and Katumba Wamala we are on the same rank brigadier bagamba nti Katumba Wamala asobola okuva monitor nsasira kulubya gwe ogenda kufuluma naye temufuluma ne kabusenga nga temuleese millions zange 10 you used me as a corpus and collected mabugo you must pay me mujja kuzesula buvubuka mmwe
katowe story y'omukyala nango kotirida ewe Kagembe
nganyiriza simuwuliza
nembanjirayo kakati bwe nabanjirayo nakomawo netukomawa fajja natuwa olunaku nabagamba era mazima yalwosa
yajja
kubanga muzzukulu wange bwe yatuma nansanga mu nnimiro eyo gye nali nnimira nannonayo nemugamba ki kati mukoddomi wajja simanyi bimuleeta nenjijawo nenkolaakola mangu emirimu nenjimala netekako nagenda okuta wano nga n'abasirikale
nga batuuse
dda nnyamba kiki ekino
nzindiddwa
nti tuwe sepiki tufe tufumbe ne bafumba wano emmere mangu nnyo yabafumbira ekijjula abantu bakuno najja tuba tuli awo ng'atuuse nga bayingira wano mu nnyumba seeno ebyendala yamenyeka
waliwo ennyumba
enkadde bagimenyawo ne bankolerawo eri ng'egenda kunkuba ne bagikola kaakati abavubuka beyakkiriza okuyingira beetemamu emitendera nti tuli simanya 12 ne bayingira n'abalaba ne boogera naye wangu kaakati abagamba nti mwagala ki nti ssebo tulina ennyaanya twagala kulaakulana tetulina mirimu gye tukola n'abagamba tulina mirimu tyekali temufaayo njabbawa ssente nekulaakulanye okutuusa n'ababuuza kyemani wamwalwa ti Semeyi Kiwanda nga naye aliwa newange olwokuba kojjange zisaafaayo
tebabiyingirira nnyo
saabiyingirira nnyo wabaawo abakyala babiri abaaliwo wano naagiraki kaakati esente zeyajja nazo zaali ezinala tizibabala n'abakwasa sente ezo bazigabane era omukyala maama Alani yazitwalayo yazikwata agenda azitereke bazigabane enkeera kaakati n'abagamba nti esente endala nja kuzibawa mujjuze sente zammwe zenjagala
okubawa njaziba oluvannyuma
nja kuzibawa oluvannyuma era esente ezo tezaasulayo zajja yazireeta neza semeyi n'azimuwa emitwalo 10 n'enooba n'azimuwa sente zaabwe ne bazifuna
kati gwe obuzibu bafunye obuto tebafunye sente kati obuzibu bakulanga ki
anti bannanga kaakano bwamala okubawa sente buli muntu afunye miliyoni 2-3 abaali benje abikitolo babawanga 2 beegabanira nga munnange kebannanga
kebakulanga kenjagala
kekano kebannanga ajja okubagamba tibe muba mulimye nenfunamu amagoba agange mugambe ironga
yabawa sente bakole naye bafuna amagoba beekulaakulanye
kaakani nga kyayagala amagoba gano gebafunye bagaleete wano
bagakuwe
bagampe gatwaleyo oluvannyuma alyoka agireki
ate abongere
bo kye bataamanya olwazifunanga nga bateeka mu kasawo bateeka mu musawo kirabo kyamwe ng'oli
ludda mu kawalagi
obuuza
kati govayo bagati bannanga
nga bakuba ku mwanga balya esaawa bwetuuka bannanga abange benakolagana nabo muluwa
akasente kaliwo tukazeeyo olwofuuka omubi
obusana gwayaka omusana tewagulaba ennyanya zaafa bannange mukoze bubi nno twandizizaayo akasente k'abandi netubaako kyatukolera kyakasente kaggwawo fe omusana gwayaka tusente tuzijjewa yali akuleetedde sente zokulya fe tubeererawo
kaali kasiimu bali batwebaza bululu
yatuwa sente zaffe zakumulonda nembagamba yabawa zakumulonda ndiye yabawa zakumulonda nti ye
awo kati ntutegere jjajja obuzibu buva
nga semeyi ezize zebamuleeta oluvannyuma zaaliko n'omusirikale nga bazitwaleyo nga naye azikuba ku muko
naye ng'alya
ng'agulamu bibanja esimanya semuto simanyawa ng'aleeta mpapula nga nsiikirira nga nzirayo wano nga tuddayo nabo bwe twaddayo okumunyonyola sale nga bwomumanyi ng'atabuka gagaba mube nayamba ate kati mukomyeyo
nomukomyeyo atakukola bino
mukadde gwe baleese ate banzibe fuluma agenda nga nfuluma na buli kati
bakwonoona eri omukulu oli yakulaba ekifaananyi ekyokuba ntino naawe bamubba wakola ekkobaani
era yogera naye gyebaali nankani gyebaali bamuyise nayogera nagamba nti abantu bekagembe bansala ensawo baziba ate yali akomyewo
toddangamu muga nti omunoonyeeko
nagenda nemunoonyako mwetondere yagaana nabwe kati gyendwalidde nekati wanakombangawo kujja yagaanawo kulinnyawo yagaana okuwuliza ebifaako
mbadde nsaba akakisa kano nga kamera ezo zikutunuddemu omunyonyoboga muli 2-3 omulage ekituufu kiwe kyali
nze nagambanga bannange naddala oyo namugambanga nemugamba twandizizaayo sente oba oli awo n'atuwayo akawera baagaana baddanga ebbali nga bagamba nti ye lwaki yajjaawo olulala bw'alijja tetugenda kumukkiriza kulinnyawo kubanga mubbi ng'abavubuka abataafuna kuno sente nga babeera kuno nga banneewerera kuntema ku mutwe nansinga eno kyava mpa omusirikale ankuumeko ate muzukulu wange yamuleeta nange nenkita neŋŋamba owange katonda yakuuma
Jajja mu nsonga zino zonna ez'ettaka basebaana bakusumbuwa abaani bonna bakusumba mu nsonga ez'ettaka wali wekubiddeko omulango ogamye wennyini bakulanga okuba nti nno gwe wayita Museveni mwalwana n'obayitira omusajja era musibyewo wali ofunyeeko wali otambuddeko nogaa nti konoonye ku mukulembeze gwe mwalwana naye akuyambe pulezidenti Yoweri Museveni gwe mwalwana naye
ng'ani antuteyo
gwe mwalwana naye tosobola kumutuukako
nga bakututeyo abakulu abaami bakulu
okante mina mwantu katema omusika teri akutwala
nga bakututeyo ogenda ofuna obutirimbe bwa ssente ye otandikiddewa nze kankubuulira ekisooka twalina ekibiina mumanga awo beewaayo Uganda wange emmere nagawa nga yakukikulembera naye bwe yafa bagamba nti Katonda yeebale kubanga ye yagendangayo basanyuka busanyusi ekibiina nekisigala nga kitambula ne Mujabi naye kasita kyasirika bike Mujabi bagenda babayise nga nze twandaŋŋamba wano
kajjajja mbadde nsaba era bina byekusumba ebyettaka akakisooka funyi ogambye omukulembeze tebabamukweka tosobola kumulaba essaawa zino osobola okuba essaawa zino akulaba munnyonnyola omusabe ki kiweetaaga nga woga nti oyagala bwannannyini ku kibanja kyo yo bwannannyini obwani alina okubukuwa
anti nsaba bwannannyini bannannyini ttaka ly'amasimbi
ttaka ly'amasimbi
ttaka ly'amasimbi
lyokuwomanyi
nze okuva obutwa bwange bwonna nkulidde ku ttaka ly'amasimbi ly'amasimbi ngaera boogera ti masimbi ali awo ayogera temuzinirawo amazina ajja kubagoba era ffe twali bato nga tuyita wano nga bwesiba olusenso ng'olaba kintu kikugoba
masimbi
nga masimbi akugoba anti tutwatungagaawo nga tugamba abakulu bano
batulimbalimba
nga wesiba olusenso
ng'otya buli amulabe
ng'ozina amazina wagendanga okulaba tomanyanga kikugoba
kumbe masimbi avuddeyo akugoba
nga tukkiriza wakiyinja
kakati omukulembeze musabe akuyambeko ofuna obwannannyini
nti mukulembeze kyemusaba nkaddi n'amaaso tegakyalaba nfune wano obwannannyini obutuuze bwange nazimbawo amaka gange ampolezeeko eri bannannyini ttaka annyambeko owulidde nga bwe yali agenda okuyamba oli muganda wange Nagawa kubanga ne Nagawa we yali wali ku luguudo yagulawo obuguzi n'agamba mukulembeze yayogera n'agamba ajja kujja azimbewo ekijjukizo nakati tekizimbwangawo omukulembeze tekizimbangawo wa Nagawa
omukulembeze mujjukize
amanya gange nze kootidda namuli
webale nnyo kyalo kyoliko
muganda wange Emere Nagawa era amumanyi yali mulwanyi we bukulwe
wakulusegere
yali wa mu nnyumba muno
naye kati essaawa zino gwe oli bwoti nga te mwalwana
nze ndi bwe nti ate nga twalwana ne batuzaalamu n'abaana
nimusigala nga muli mu mbeera eno
tuli bwe tuti
ndimunnyonnyole byonna
tuli bwe tuti bw'oyagala omuntu akutale teri akutwalayo
bakulemesa
bulemesa owulidde
kati gw'osaba abavunyiza ku ttaka ly'amasimbi bakuwa obwannannyini ekyo osaba ekyo kubanga walaama n'okuba nti wano bagenda okukugalamiza
nalaamaana ewange wano
oyogedde ku bavubuka bakusumbwanga bali bapalingiza kimanyi okukuwa obutwa biki bebaani abo
baali awo bano abazzukulu bange abaali wano musisi yali wano gwenna olimpadde muzzukulu wange bwogamba muzzukulu wange ono nga muganda wange bamuzaali azaala kitaawe era Museveni byonna bimanyi mu bifaananyi omwo mwali
weewaawo
lwakuba taata toyingiddeko
tugenda kuyingira ye mukoddomiwo ensonga zino waliwo zimutegeezezaako ezokuba nti bakutwalako ettaka lyo ligenda
yabikoowa bino
mpozi bamukusibamufuna nerinnya w'ettaka omukyala namuli Kotida Naalongo ekagembaawo emawale era nga embuzi zetwanyumyamu yaŋŋamba omukyala ono yali azaala omugenzi Sara Nakiku era nga omukyala oyo yali mukyala wa mukwano gwo Jeno Sali Musale n'abaana n'abampa na biki byonna ni mukyala obuzibu bw'alina bw'asobola okuba nti ayitamu muzeeyi Tamale bw'akuba nti nno bw'akuba nti nno ayagala okuba nti afuna obwannannyini ku kibanja kye. Yes, ayagala obwannannyini ku kibanja kye. And okay, the issue is about yes, kufuna bwannannyini ku kibanja kye. Yeah.
I congratulate that woman of that age. Okubanga ayina amaka malungi bwe gatyo. Era nze benasoose okumulaba nalowoozezza ti ayina bizibu birala. Two, mbagamba ti mu Baganda aboogera amazima omutamiivu omulalu omwana n'omukazi omukadde.
Mu Baganda aboogera amazima omutamiivu omulalu omwana n'omukyalo omukadde luka busubiramu amazima.
The only intellectual Muganda who stands up on my legs was your person chenjagala nkulimbe federo nkuwaga nga bwe nagenda nti omutwe gwange nguli speaking nnyo twala ebintu naye all the women tell the truth because the binary reason to tell lies. Kakati there are 3 issues. Yes. One, nti bano bagenze ne bawa sente abantu ne bazipampingamu. It will go in the history of this country. I don't think that there is any government has ever pumped money or will ever pump money in society like NRM. Nga tezirabako we ziri.
Output yazo.
Because bazibbira. Kakati if I told Magezi you will end up in you will serve a long sentence in jail. Sentence z'okupaalisi ziriwo. Pumping billions. Baali bazisiza mwoyo. Era kati mawulire taliimu. After using you they dump you.
Okay.
Tebasobola muwandiikako. The day you hear Magezi you will be in prison. Ono olwo bamujjukize n'ekiteeso kye yalita. Ono mbula babuuza omukyalo ye yali mu president's office eyakagivaamu baamulinda n'akola statement after election n'alumba bannaddiini ne bagimugjamu. Bwe baali baagala okukavalinga esente ezo eza stamp naki bakwata abantu bonna mu government printers kino kikavalinga ekyabo ne bakuba abantu ku maledi ate tuwoganira mukazi gwe tetuwoga. This woman was punished twice. Why? Even if Bobi Wine went back to her constituency to campaign for her yes, but this woman lost omwana we gwalina yekka under mysterious circumstances kuba bategitinga gwe aboogerera naye nga ate tulina kyo buli lwalaba ayogera mu gavumenti ya Museveni talina kaalina. That's the uniqueness. Kakati baatwala omukyala akirimuzi ti abavuka baamukwata ne bagenda ewa Sale ne beewolayo sente ne bazikuba ku mutwe kye batamanyi ti abaana abo bakuga this is our money. That's why I'm telling this young man don't dangle money ndiye za Museveni na muhozi gwe wazijjeewo nti nawe gwe wali get money oba nawe graduate n'ofuna sente to dangle money to me. By the time you get money I was a prominent justice in Kampala. True. What has reduced the gap between you and me is the marriage ring, which you can also make in another government. Yes. Okay. Kakati boba no tebakimanyi ti abantu sente zobawe ez'obwerere tebazibala. Did they see the Kabakazi government pumping money in the population? No. In fact, when Uganda sees the free money, he's scared. Okuja nga mukama we akwaddeyo akasiimo obanga zivuddewa oba okubanga gambling siwa Abaganda bamutuuza okuva mu buto. So if the president gives me money I can take it. I take it because I know I have worked for him. Nisindire mbabanja. But if I send another man gambling money, that assaulting my integrity. Sikikkiriza. Kakati abo abaana bagendayo ne bazirya ate bo bakitegeera. When you see you are going to put all of those who have not been vaccinated in prison, we know how many prisons do you have? If the minority is not vaccinated and the majority are vaccinated, why do you worry? You ignore these people?
Yes.
Which means by the time you bring a law, it means logically the majority have refused to be vaccinated. Instead of addressing the issue why they are not vaccinated, you threaten them by law. Do you have the food to feed them? Will the international community allow you?
No.
Kakati nabana bemanyi babala zino za kulya bwe tuzirya ne tuzimalawo abegindi babakola ki and the money comes during like what I said nti bajjeeyo ono bwanika yajjeeyo ebintu ebyo to discuss about it. There are people in prison, in cells, in detentions. Bano ne bagera nti week yaki yamateeka. This is we must give a sharp contraction on Museveni. Tujeyo omwana ono avunze nga Museveni tumuswaze. Tebayinza kugaa nti gwogenda okubeera omugenyi omukulu mu kusonda ssente z'omuzikiti ne bakugaa nti ate bakufulumiza ebintu bye mu nnyumba nga bakubanja ewamu togenda ku muzikiti oba tokyakoze eki. You cannot address the judges when people are rotting in your prisons. And yes, abo bagezi bakimanyi. Nabana abaana sente za Museveni bazirya bazimanyi. They come at time of politics. This man is batwala ku Paris have split nup ze zibatwalayo. Kyobulaba nti bajemedde gundi akafekete kabukedde tibajemedde gundi gwoko tibamujemedde baali babe. Bobi Wine started a party, a new one. Baluzunga ne balaga ne bava mu DP ne balaga eri kati ate bazunze ba political pendulums bazunze bazeeyo. Nabaga nti omusajja bw'aba yawasa omukazi alina olubuto ne luvaamu alukabira lulwe baluziika waffe ku kijja and by aborting the woman has helped me even to get time to produce mine instead of breastfeeding. The final one nti ekyo Mayanja yalikeddeyo. Mayanja yalikeddewa mukazi oyo. Mayanja minister. You are talking of creating a fund to help those people.
Yes.
Omukazi againi nanyini ttaka. Because the moment they see a good house like that one, Uganda Land Board wants to grab it. Uganda Land Board evaluates that land and mine structures. Otia compensate mikali. Ntizi bwe yaggwako eya Buule neggwako emyaka 4 Dokita Buule Kabaka ennyumba yagiwa muganda we. And how can we trust you? Obanga kyososo okukola gundi mwali mu nnyumba muganda wono gundi ono atambula ati sente zizakucokola buli ali wasala agenze kusaba n'abaana bo banabeera bwe batyo nga you think our children will feed you. Ono gundi yani oyo wasajja yalemera mu nnyumba neŋŋamba Buule nti gwe jangu ewaffe erifuta twagiwandika zeemu ekisanafu kirumu abambejja n'abalangira gifulumemu. The man applied 6 months. 2 years earlier, tirize egenda kuggwako bagimuuma ennyumba Kabaka n'agiwa muganda we. This is a challenge we have. Nti bo balowooza nti omukyala bajja kubba ennyumba ye. Jjajja mwe yagaana okukola ne muzinywamu omwe nga mwepangira ku gundi. I'm lucky that woman needs security. In fact, in my book I pointed about it, the new one. Nti gano agaana ag'abannannyini ttaka gasinga obungi ganywa omwenge ku kyalo envunza ne zigaluma ne gatandika kutunda ki ttaka kati tegalina. Why? Enjala bwe kuluma ddayo mu ttooyi. You go to the toilet because you have nothing to cook. This land, these are tenants now. Kati ko kaagala okuti ate gayinza omutta. If Sale knows this woman, General Sale, the first thing that woman needs is security. Gajja mutta kubago gamanya nti bwe gamutta abamudiddewo bajja kubeera in a weak position. Kati kana agayaye gazukulu ga gundi oyo gw'amasimbi gaavu nnyo galabika gaavu nnyo ganoonya kutunda ttaka. Jjajja mwe yali alijawa Katonda yabwaki ani bwe mu Bayibuli Katonda bwe yawola ensi n'ennyanja ekyapa n'akiwa amasimbi ekyewamma
bali babiri waliwo agweta Sebana Lawrence
yes tegakola oba jjajja mweye ku mulembe ogwo yasobola okufuna ettaka mwe mufunye eki netokolezi mmwe mwe mufunye eki mukoze eki iwe shame kitaawo gwe jjajja we yali tasomye ku mulembe gw'obutasoma masimbi yakuuma ettaka n'asenzaako basenze teyatunda mwe bigwagwa mmwe bivubukamu ebikeera okunywa ebikeera okuleekaana ebikeera okukuba emyeso mwe mukoze ekyokuyimpuluvinga ku jjajjamu read them mercilessly. They don't encourage this. Nti mwe bannannyini ttaka kakati ennyumba y'omukazi a woman is shameful. A woman nazimba ennyumba eyo nga mumukeera kuba myeso byetaaga kuba bukubi kakati byagala bimugobe birina abiri emabega kakati abiwookwa ezawalagi abiweza byetaaga okuba bukubi ku kyalo ne babijjako. That's where Mayanja should go to that. Nabagamba nti mwe temumanyi how we do propaganda. Bwe mulaba nabagamba nti omusajja oyo gwe batomedde ennimiro ye Mayanja lashirera and get a video clip. Buli gyolaba Buganda Land Board yeeyonoonye arrive there very quickly. When this bill comes to parliament nga mulaga ku video we are in need of the law. Tebagala haya mi nabeera nammwe temwantegeera sipesota wandi akazibu yagamba temunvunana kufumbira omusajja musoga nanyenya akabina ku busoga buno nga basoga bantunako bukyamuli be kati nafuna omuganda nabeera nammwe emyaka 14 temwantegeera kati you must hire Mirundi media consultant simbakolere but working together is impossible. Yes kakati oyo Mayanja agendeyo if generally he knows this old woman Naro my sister we belong to the Kimakiran. You see Baganda we can easily identify names but tutegeera mu mulinyi oyo wanjima namuli kakati provide security media gana agagala okutunda gali kagapika gati timugende mugambe nti aganyo in fact the law era yakibbi. What enables a landlord to evict you is a failure to pay busulu. Ate nga obusulu babuganda ewange takunyumira tondeta bamasimbi tokologoloko kakati nkugamba nali wange nga ndi kunteesange bweri mwenye ente zinyumirwa nnyo taawe nga neefuire emindi yange kumakya ndi mukiwala ekimpi kakati akabuganda Land Board kayingira gwe mulaalo gwe musajja wa Kabaka owamu naaliwa nenkatunulira bwenti nenkatunulira bwenti nenkatunulira ntaddeko n'ekikofira kyange nekayingira mu nyumba bwekaliisobeke kaliisa musajja wa Kabaka owamu naaliwa musajja wa Kabaka nga nkatunulire bwenti kati nenziyako enkofira yange nekategeera nti kaabwa ebigo bina mu lujja nekakuba geeti nekakomyawo nenkagulira nekagwa ekigo nekeyongerayo ne bannewaka baali ku mmotoka baali ku mmotoka ate bwe bakalaba nga kaji nayo nesimbula kavaako emabega nga nabyovawo mbadde nyingidde ewa Mirundi bwetaaga bukambwe obusajja obwo obwettaka alla mumukurani mulimu nti alla bwe yayawula olukalu n'ennyanja ekyapa ky'ettaka n'akiwaana ekyapa alla yayawula mu bayibuli mwekiri nti Katonda yayawula olukalu n'ennyanja bw'amala okwawula olukalu n'ennyanja ekyapa ky'olukalu n'akiwaana. Endagano y'olwendo ejjajja wano 100 years ago that you can based on it to take my house ewange bali bijjayo nfudde omanyi embwa enjizi ezaala nkolya abo baloya bajja kufeta naye nze giwakaali ewange tebalinnyayo giwakaali omuli kansa wa buli kika nkujjukiza omusawo nakinku Dr. Kayinza kwekaliza mpusakiri clinic wali eri Mityana Road kaakano nkamazeemu ajja kubanga akolako obunyobere ng'onera tekatamiiza temuli alukoko ofunye obutuufu ennyini onavudde kalama ovudde kansa ovudde wajja kuba ndi bafuna obujjanjabi era n'omuntu omuwa n'eno ng'ekyokulabirako muzeyi Tamale bulungi nnyo yankiriyalinga kusaba tobeeranga otankatanka wenesi Dr. Kayinza mufune ku namba y'essimu eri 0701 877
116 walieri ekasero mchana road ajja kubakolako bulungi nnyo. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sababu tukwata na ku program the chapter no kuna Tamale Mirundi wana quest bito bivako bingi bichaje mu maso.